And welcome back to the 9th IeSF World Championships here in Busan, South Korea. I'm DK, here with Sniper, and we just witnessed one heck of a game, didn't we, Ian?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was neck and neck the whole way through, and then Russia just tumbled across the finish line, really, with Romania just so close behind them. But as it did go a bit of a seesaw both ways, I think, yeah, definitely Russia took it away very convincingly towards the end, though, didn't they? They got on top of the economy, and then they strung a few rounds together with ease.
Yeah, absolutely they did. And the back and forth there, we saw it all, the speed, the discipline, the patience, a couple of great one-out plays. And now, I mean, that was on train. Now we're heading to Mirage, which, you know, lends itself a bit more to that, I think. I mean, what do you expect to see?
Well, with Mirage, I mean, we're going to see a lot of aggressive players, I think, from the defensive sides. Both of these teams seem to like to take a lot of risks early on. And if they get a good lead, then you can see that maybe, you know, steamroll into the other rounds. So I think we're going to see a bit of aggression from the CTs. We're going to see a few smoke executes and see whether or not there's much complexity in the way that things are run. But I think keep it simple, stupid here. I think they're just going to run in and shoot people, and it's going to be a very basic game. I think it's what they both want, really, because it seems to benefit both of their aim-heavy styles.
Yeah, it does seem to work out for them more often than not, and just a couple of those chance draws, the timing situations, lending itself for that 16-13 scoreline in favor of Russia over Romania on train, but we still have potentially 2 maps left to go. We'll be in Mirage imminently, and I mean, this is just crazy me asking you. It's like asking you whether it's going to be heads or tails, but Ian, is it going to be heads or tails?
I don't even know if it's heads or tails. I think, look, obviously, I think I'm going to stick with my Russia prediction.
Yep.
My gut told me that Romania would definitely be in this, but at the end of the day, Russia just looked very strong in that last map, and maybe that little bit of extra experience they have is getting them across the finish line. But one more map to go here, at least, if Russia win. Otherwise, if Romania can claw their way back into this series, take the map of Mirage, and then we'll head on to that weird cobblestone map. I don't know how that is going to turn out at all.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see. And of course, that's what we want, as much Counter-Strike as possible. This is the grand final. The winner of this match will be crowned the international champions, I'm sorry, of these championships. And right now, it is neck and neck. Russia just edging out Romania. We do have the pistol round coming through. It looks like Russia have opted for that CT side, and Romania here to claw a map back.
Yep, so a lot of work here for Romania to do. They want to really secure this pistol round. They've got the one defuse kit on Russia, and no utility for Romania at all. So they're just going to go for that pack roll, that Glock train that we see too often. Russia, though, they've put their numbers behind the B-bomb site. Very hard to retake that site on a pistol round. Better to have your numbers there early. The boost comes up for Russia. That gets them into this corner very sneakily before Romania can even expect it. Jerry somehow gets a 1B from the van, and here comes Romania. 2 easy shots for Russia, and the trades come in, a 3 versus 3 situation, but Russia, like I said, they've got numbers here. They're able to trade off effectively. Unfortunately, Jerry goes down, no ammo left in the clip. Now it's all up to Tony Black and Face Crack, who are obviously coming from the same area. Taking no prisoners, just killing them as they plant the bomb, making use of that 1v1 advantage. And there you have it. Russia gets this very important pistol round to start off the second map in similar fashion that they did the first.
Yeah, indeed they did. I mean, we saw Jerry post it up, very sneaky in that position, but doesn't get anything done. Unfortunately, the Glock finding his face very swiftly, very promptly. There you have it. The M4 is coming through already for Tony Black and Face Crack, maybe just trying to shut it down straight away. The scout onto
no
Little as well.
Huh?
Yeah.
It was just relentless aggression from Russia. Once they had the call that all 5 were coming towards the B site, they were there in a flash, and they didn't take any prisoners. Like I said, they just went bam, 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 and then they had the whole site, the whole round, everything was going their way. The bomb got planted, so that's good for Romania. They've got a bit of money in the bank, so they're not going to force buy into this, just the pistols. But Almeza looking to assert some dominance, get some money with that UMP, and Little chimes in from afar with the scout. As BTN with the bomb now seizes an opportunity to maybe get into that B-bomb site. And he does. He gets the headshot onto Jerry. The bomb plant going to secure even more funds for Romania going further into this half as he looks to retrieve a weapon. Can he get there in time? Oh, and he gets away with his life. 2 versus 4.
That is exactly what he had to do. He could have found more frags there, but Tony Black taking out BTN. So Jerry really probably shouldn't have fallen. We could have made it very difficult, but the defuse coming in already. Rajax might be able to find one here. He just needs some time. That's a 10-second defuse, but Tony Black, all faith in his teammate Almeza to lock it down, and the defuse coming through there. So, I mean, losing that one rifle, so it's not too bad. They will be able to recover it. And at this stage, this is one of those scenarios, right? It was so neck and neck every now and then in those rounds. If it falls to it again, I mean, the game itself won't be one-sided, but the scoreline might show it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are very small windows of opportunity there for the Romanian team. And BTN was just going bananas. He was just shooting at anything he could find. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to put them away. But like I said, bomb plant is exactly what Romania were looking for. And now they're fully purchased rifles into this round. And there you go, Jaxi with what he wanted. Wins the duel between him and Little for the first time in quite a while, as we see Romania now on the offensive.
Well, it was really interesting. We saw Jackson. He had some really hot form in those first 3 or 4 rounds, and then the double lock came out. Nothing really worked out.
Yeah.
A little bit of team getting in each other's way there towards that event, maybe a bit of miscommunication. But now Jaxi back on an early game, and we'll see if Zello picks it up again, because he did become that primary AWP to the latter parts of that train map, and maybe that was to the detriment. He didn't really find too much, did he?
Well, yeah, no, he didn't. But the thing is, a map like Mirage, very similar to Train. Once you have the numbers advantage, you have to really spread your defense thin. And that's exactly what Russia has had to do. Romania just looking for any sort of loose, low-hanging fruit here in the lower tunnels towards B site. But Tony Black with a very good offensive position here could catch Romania off guard, as they seem to want to pack roll onto this A site. They spot the corner, they spot out Tony Black, and IGM takes him down. Loses a lot of HP, but you know, it's not a big deal. They're already 2 players ahead now. And IGM just going to use his low HP as a scouting mechanism. He's going to even plant the bomb. And the cover needs to come in. Facecrack picks one off through the shadows as Ryder just walks in closer. Facecrack, he knows. He's all over it.
He does know. He's trying to get that headshot off in the close distance. The trade, he should come through Jerry. Just needs to find something to smoke. He does eventually. Unfortunately, that timing of the flash really good there on Mazda. He's on this stage. Just they don't really know where he is. He can find the first one there onto yellow. He does. And now it's on Mazda. He's going to tap that bomb 5 seconds. He just makes his presence known on the frag coming up. Plays absolute perfection there. A nice 3K there to clutch out the round for Russia. And as we were saying, the 3-1, it's 3-0. That could have been 2-1. The game's still close, but the scoreline is still bagel for Romania.
Dude, that was 3 versus 5.
Oh, that's
what
really
unfortunate. What are you doing, Romania?
Yeah.
They just went crazy on the CD spawn guy. Facecrack doing so much work there. Baits out 2 players. The crossfire comes in. And then you're left with the low HP player, IGN. And Ryder in the corner misses that 1v1. And IGM, there's not a whole lot he could do. He was low HP from the start. And now, look, they're broke again.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't want to see it. I mean, I don't know what it was, but Facecrack was really making himself a nuisance. They didn't get into those post-plant positions, and in the end, it wasn't pretty clinical there to retake it as a shot comes through. Little manages to find one before that smoke blooms, and IGM super close, couple of body shots with the deagle there. Could find the second, but Zello will get it done with that CZ. I think that was maybe a little bit of a team damage through that smoke there. Now it's a 3-on-4, but Zello has managed to pick up the AWP and a rifle as well, and he finds that frag onto Amaza, so now this is just turning on its head again.
What a scrap fight.
Who would have expected this really? I mean, this is nothing like the first game, is it?
This is just hectic. I mean, there's no strategy involved. It's just go in and throw your chess pieces into a bowl. You know what I mean? Like,
have you never played bowl chess before?
Bowl chess, yeah. It must be like this new Eastern European style of chess where we have Russia and Romania just smashing head-to-head. Clash of the Titans here in the grand final as Romania put one on the board in strange circumstances.
This is it's actually insane, this game.
Yeah.
This is so good. I mean, can they even keep this pace up? It's just kind of
Can we keep this pace up?
Absolutely exhausting. Like, it's so intense.
I think it's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've just got Russia now. They don't have much, just the pistols. They've carried across a big green into this round. Little investing so much. He can get a pick here, and he does. IGM goes down. This is good. Russia have shown before they don't need numerical advantage when it comes to having players alive. The teamwork's going to come in really important here. Facecrack covers his teammate who was completely blind, retrieves that superior weapon of the AK-47. And now Zello with the AWP. 3 versus 5, Romania. They do so well last round with inferior weaponry. They get territory, they pack roll, they get the trades. Now this round, Russia, full control. They are back in this. Little getting a nice pick, getting covered by his teammate, and now Ryder with a lot of work to do. He's in no man's land. BTN even finding his own little avenue towards the B site. They're spread so thin, Romania. The bomb's so far away. BTN with a nice pick on Almeza, but Jerry there to get the trade. This is not good for Romania. It might look good getting a kill here and there, but it was of no gain for their offensive side this round, and they're just going to collapse as Ryder goes down to Tony Black. Zello now, almost impossible situation here. Bomb so far away. It's a thought in the back of his mind at this moment. He just wants to kill something as he's looking for these last few CT players. His position and whereabouts fully known. As the time runs down, then the options start to increase.
Yeah, that is the case indeed. I mean, it happened before, but that bomb is just really not going to work for him at all, is it? As Tony Black just watches that jungle position. He makes his goes out a little bit wider there and actually gives away the AWP, but I don't think they'll be opting for that double AWP setup. We will see if he does pick it up coming to this next round, but there's a little bit of frustration there.
Yeah, look at that. They're broken.
Yeah.
They're going to force buy into this round. They've picked up the AWP. Zelo's feeling it. And, you know, why not? I mean, at this point, you need to do something. It's starting to slip away so early already.
Once again, I have to take note of this. Obviously, is their primary AWP, but Jaxie's been going so well. Go with the form player. You're a map down. It's a grand final. Just go with what works.
It's interesting. I don't know. Zelo had the money for it. Zelo buys it, I suppose. But, you know, it also...
It could be see Jaxie with the AWP again. Like
just a map-by-map basis. It could just be that. I think Jaxie was pretty good, yeah, but at the end of the day, these guys have got their structure, their routines, everything that they're used to, and when you get into a really pressure situation like this, that's what's important, as Almeza finds a spam kill.
You always wonder, like, unless it's really off guard, who gets, you know, tagged down that low or even a frag through that spam, and there you go, you have it.
Well, what you can do is if you throw a Molotov down deep into the apartments, then you kind of force the enemy player to hide into that kitchen. But the skill factor involved in getting that spray dead accurate and to do the damage is what catches you off guard. As Jerry mopping up here, teamwork, both players chipping in with 50 damage apiece, Almeza and Jerry, as stunning defense of the B carpets rather. And you know what, Romania, that was bad.
Yeah, there should be some sort of statistic here of how many frags Jerry has gotten of players he hasn't been able to see.
Yeah. I
mean, he finds another 2, obviously that last 1B coming out of that spray, but wow, this is getting frustrating once again. It might actually be the fact that it looks like Russia is running away with it. That last one, Romania didn't offer too much, did they?
No, I mean, it was very simple strategy from them, and taking a huge risk here and there. It's not paying off for them anywhere across the map. Russia is just sitting there, and they haven't really been forced to do anything.
I mean, we have to go back to that kind of semi-eco buy where it came. We say it's raw aggression and the aim power here. FaceCrack might be in a nice position if he gets any kind of cue, but they're actually going to get up there and he's not going to spot it, so this could be absolutely detrimental here. There's going to be a couple of Russian players unaware of the situation. FaceCrack, he knows someone's there now. He needs to get this. He gets taken down as well, and they have no idea Zell's made his way through, but there you go. He should find this frag, which he does, so very well done there from Romania, and you've got your hands in the air, Ian.
I don't know what's happening. How do they do this on the pistol rounds but not on the gun rounds? If they can emulate this success on a gun round, he's picked up the AWP as well, Zelo, the worst person for Russia to have the AWP, it's Zelo.
As you say, that Jerry traded him out quite swiftly, so now it's down to a 4-on situation. A nice frag coming out from Rydrex. He was the player they needed to shut down, and now it's just down to Almeza, and we'll see what he opts to do with this M4. But I mean, we talk about aggression, we talk about the raw aim, but that round, that semi-eco that came from Russia, I mean, that was like 2 really great baits coming through there, good teamwork. I mean,
sick window of opportunity, and I say that with no pun intended. They got through that window area, and then to be able to wrap onto the site. BTN very lucky to get away with that kill as well, by the way. In the connector area, he really just needed to be patient and allow Zelo to clear it out, but it just ended up working out perfectly. Gets the killing connector himself. Zelo gets a nice headshot onto the unsuspecting balcony player. Then, you know, they've just overwhelmed the entire defense of that A site, which makes it really hard to retake. Once you get any map in CS, once you get forward positions locked down with superior weaponry, then it makes it very hard to retake. And Romania just did everything right there. So here, that's what they need to learn.
Well, I mean, it's 5-2, and we Little has that AWP once again. We actually saw them take out that round. They've actually got 2 more rifles than they did in the last, so we'll see if they can make it work. But Romania just scraping something, anything.
Aggressive play here from Russia. Jerry gets taken down, but Almeza with a nice trade, and Little with a good pick as well. It's a 3 versus 4 situation. Russia just bounced straight back Ryder now. He wants to take that risk, doesn't he? But Jaxie, exactly like I said, they just need to keep making use of this window and connector weakness as Russia just continually playing close onto the A ramp and under the balcony and leaving it completely open. And here we go, 2 versus 2 situation. Jaxie's in a pretty forward position, but the thing is, I feel like Russia definitely aware of the possibilities here. But like I said, look how hesitant they are to retake. It's so hard. The bomb's not even down yet. They know they've got to get to A somehow, but they can't afford to take any risks. Almeza just constantly just thinking, should I go through this window? Misses the smoke, misses the flash, whatever it was. It's irrelevant. He's got an idea Jaxie's there. I don't know if he saw him. Can only assume he did. He opts now to stay away from that hole of doom. There's no way he can win the aim duel coming through there without some trick.
Oh, he just tries to go a bit bold and brazen, and Jaxie just all patient. He was there for ages, just waiting for it. And I mean, you didn't really give him too much a chance. Little here needs to do something AWP, not ideal, but if he can find one, he's going to be in a nice position to take it back. Got a couple of nades as well. He has a feeling someone's towards Tetris, but IGM once again, just holding down that angle. And Romania get away with it by the skin of their teeth.
I mean, it was close, right?
Yeah.
Very close. And look at that, Russia not happy. Despite being in the lead, you would say somewhat comfortable at one point. Now it's back on Russia with the power so far in this half. They've got the momentum back in their favor. They've got the guns. Russia just opting for a very cheap buy. No armor, not investing anything into this, understanding that they still have a lead and can't afford to throw it away. As now Zello just opting for a very defensive stance, waiting to bait out any aggression from Russia, as Russia just look to be circling the A-bomb site like sharks. They really need to fix that weakness in the jungle area, connector area. Their B-Apps has been very strong. A lot of focus towards that, but really it's just BTN going there and being a nuisance. So as you see again, even though it's an anti-eco, he's just clearing it out, making sure that he's just trying to see if there's even anyone here. As soon as he spots someone out, then the communication will go in that it could be a B stack. He just wants to know is it 1, 2, or 5. As you can see now, Romania with all the control in middle. They're just going to group up hopefully and head into this bomb site, clearing it out, trading effectively, and that'll definitely put them in a good position to take out the round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you do get a little bit worried, though, looking at Russia with these 250s. Nice, sneaky little angle, see if we can get anything done. Little, I think he's actually getting away in position there. And he actually manages to find that opening onto Jaxi. Might be happening all over again, but AGM does get the frag onto FaceCrack. The bomb still making its way through T-Spawn. Little just takes a pick. There gets another thing onto IGM, so it's happening all over again. It's a 4-on-3, but none of these guns have been recovered. There's no armor. Little doing great work with that P250. They know he's there, and they have edged their way out onto that A bomb site. Now 38 seconds left. The smokes will rain out. Little's got the AK in hand. He could be an absolute headache. He takes down Zello. And now it's a 4-on-2 situation. They had absolutely nothing to work with. Rydrex gets rid of that thorn in their side, but it's still 3-on-2. Tony Black has managed to pick up an AK, and now the bomb still yet to go down. 25-second Almaza just sneaks his way through, but the bomb, it might actually be heading towards that B bomb site.
No, he doesn't need to do anything here, Almaza. He just needs to hold fast. They've got 17 seconds left. They need to make a decision. Are they going to come A or are they going to go B? B would be the better option for them, but they don't know that. They've got Jerry here on a crossfire as Almaza baits for him, and all the attention comes towards Jerry now, and Almaza chimes in. What is this? It's back and forth. They win another eco.
What are we watching? That was all P250s, and I think there was a single USP as well, right?
We're just watching two teams that just want to win so bad. They're taking all the risks. They're playing to win, you know? They're not sitting back and letting Romania choose their fate as they effectively trade out. Oh, it's so good. They're just taking fights and they're winning, and it's just so unexpected.
That
Romania
is,
just unready for this aggression.
I think that's the perfect way. You put it perfectly. They're putting the fate in their own hands, right? They're not going to let Romania play it out. They're going to play their way. They're going to play aggressive. They're going to find the frags with those P2K. I mean, those P250s rather. And now a couple of CZs here for Romania. They're staring down the barrel once again. You thought they were going to claw something through. Zello finds one with the CZ onto FaceCrack.
Like I said, big weakness here in this window area. Little's going to get found. Oh, and he can't react.
Oh, no.
Oh, how good is this weapon, the CZ? Why even pick up the AWP, mate? You're doing so good with it as it is. Jaxi also on the AWP. He's going to find one himself, and this round's just falling to bits.
I'm done. I think I'm done. This is, I mean, a couple of CZs lacking by Russia, scrape one back. They still
It's like a tennis game. They're just, when they're on serve, they're fine. They just can't break each other, or the opposite, rather.
But rather, it's always going to the guys that have inferior weaponry. So it's like they're losing their serve every time.
Yeah.
They prefer to face the serve. They prefer to face the heavier weaponry.
So now, if this was to go true to form, we're going to see Russia win this round with just about nothing. Well, they've got the AWP and a couple of scraps they can find. As we see Romania now, double AWP set up for the first time so far this game. Zello using the AWP that he picked up in the previous round. As we see 5 Romanian players spread out across the map, just defensively waiting for attack. Russia just sitting close, edging closer and closer in middle, waiting to counter attack at the right time. It's all about timing here. As Jaxi's going to Molotov off that van just to give him some breathing space, see what he can find. Little does he know it's actually dead empty. The Russian players opting to spread out across the map instead of Jerry, like I said. I mean, I hang my head.
He wants that gun though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I hang my head as I say it. We're back. It's happening again.
It's happening all over again as Tony Black finds one. We'll get traded out by the AWP of Zello, but Little knows where he is. He's got an AWP of himself. This might come down to a bit of a duel here. If he makes his way out, he sees the gun barrel. He knows he's there. He's going to get a pretty standard shot. Shuts him down, so it's a 2-on-3 situation. FaceCrack still only with that 5-7, so you're right. It looks like it might be happening again. What is going on there?
I didn't choose this life, Danny. I don't want to be right every time.
Oh, there you go. Jaxi is recalibrating. Maybe they can get away with this still. Still 45 seconds left, which is ample time. The bomb is going to make its way to a relatively free A bomb site, but IGM not taking any chances right now. Just going to make sure Be super careful leading onto this side. Little had a bit of a pixel shot there, but doesn't manage to land it, so they know exactly where that AWP is. He's going to rotate around,
I
which
don't
is
think
probably
he has time. He definitely doesn't have time to make that decision. He's going to opt to come back. He's got no defuse kit, neither does his teammate. Face crack. Oh, and he is. He's going to come around the city spawn. It's still smoked up. IGM just ready and waiting for somebody to jump up. Sitting at that firebox. That triple box.
A bit of sound here as well.
Yeah, face crack. It's a strategical bait. The noise. Look at this shooting through the FAMAS. It's all for a reason. To draw the attention away, and Little capitalizes on it. This is a huge frag. The AWP duel. Jaxi.
Oh, he's whiffed it.
Little face crack.
He still gets one. So now it's 1-1, but you said, yeah, there's no time here anymore. Facecrack's just got to get this and try to save the AWP, but Jaxi does a great job from the connector position to salvage that, and it did get down to the wire, but the team that should have won the round did for once.
Well, I don't know if you can ever say that, but I mean, Jaxi just saying, like, look, that's why I should have the AWP as he throws it back across to Zello.
Yeah, I mean, like, once again, he just, I don't know, he's doing well with it. Although he whiffed that first one. I mean, that could have been over what she wrote, right?
That could have been over, but at the end of the day, we're back here again. 6, 5, so close, back and forth. Russia, just the pistols.
If Russia gets away with it once again, this is the exact same buy we saw. Actually, it's a bit better because Black has some armor. Nice shot there from Rodrex to take him down. So that's the armor player down. And now it looks like they're going to go based on the call of this. Play gets spotted out, so it looks like finally a bit more of a standard default. Little not.
This is what we like to see.
Yeah,
you know, we don't like seeing.
This is the Counter-Strike we know.
Yeah, we don't
understand.
We don't like seeing that abnormal stuff. And here we go, 6 on 6.
A shout comes out. Maybe that's the call. Hey, we're here now.
Oh, they're back, are they?
Yeah,
they finally
they're
arrived?
They finally arrived at
what
6
is this, man?
Against an eco round.
Russia now with no AWP in hand. Their economy very low, $50, $100 and 0. As you see, Romania now starting to build a small bank. It's going to a bit of a cushion, a bit of a comfort cushion there for them. As you know, we haven't really seen much in the way of an A hit. As obviously Romania think the same. As Russia may be trying to adapt that weakness that they have on the A site being exploited time and time again. Tony Black going for an aggressive aim duel, gets caught off. He has to reload, not much ammo in the clip of this weapon. As Zello with a nice pick on the face crack. Tony Black,
wow.
2 kills, amazing under duress. As Zello trades him out. And now we have 3 versus 2. All right, so we need to see this retake come in. Almeza just finds one on his way. Now the numbers dwindling for Romania. Zello, what can he do? He's shown us a lot of style, but Jerry, relentless in aggression, using the teamwork with his mate as he gets the last round, the last kill of the round, and Romania are shattered again. What an emotional roller coaster for these guys.
Like I was saying, I mean, how much of this CS can a single person take? I mean, it just must be doing absolute emotional whiplash here, but we see the FAMAS come out once again, and Russia really needs to bank that round. And as you can see, the economy is still very fragile. We see Little with 1750 on him, but I mean, he had that shot open on Sapals, and I thought that was a round there. But some great work coming in the end. And once again, just shaking your head, what is going on? It's 7-6, Russia just edging away. Very fortunate here, but the aggression coming in to Palace there. Tony Black won it out, and the 2 players there obviously, not going for that 2-for-2 trade wouldn't be worth it. So goes back with his life, but it's still a 4-on-5 situation there. Face crack finds one, but gets traded out. 3-on-4 now.
Big miss there from Little. That would have really helped out Russia. Not like they needed, I guess. They seem to be doing. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I saw him burn a little bit, and I was worried for him. But Jerry now, he's got to turtle into this corner. The smoke's come out, putting out the Molotovs. Big mistake from Romania, but it's of little consequence. Zello now with the AWP, focusing onto that smoke, covering his teammate BTN as he tries to plant the bomb. Little with the retake coming in all by himself. Sees 3 players on his screen at once. Causes a lot of confusion. Jerry now with the impossible task, and he goes down.
I thought he was going to get caught out there. I was like,
yeah, that would have been the
dream. That's one thing we haven't seen, right?
Yeah.
Like, just get a clout and help with the retake. But he doesn't get anyone down when he saw the 3 players on his screen. And now, once again, back and forth, 7-7. Some great CS, really. I mean, all you can say. I mean, we don't know what we're seeing sometimes, but it's good.
It's exciting, I'll give you that. It's been definitely a big clash of the 2 R's here as they take on each other. Relentless, just smashing ahead.
R's? Is that what you're going to call
Yeah,
it?
this is the R&R we want to see, isn't it?
This is the rest and relaxation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then
well, it hasn't been anything like that. It's just been like exciting and adrenaline-packed. So
been very stressful. It's stressful to watch.
It's
good, but it's stressful, yeah. I would be if it wasn't 4 degrees outside, but here we have it. A bit more of a methodical round coming out from Romania, which is probably the best way to play it at this stage because these sneaky corners, the Russians, they can be very sneaky beaky. Like you see Facecrack holding a very aggressive angle. There you have it. 5-7 gets utilized in that distance and will recover an AK for it. So first frag goes out in the round, but I don't think Romania, surely they learned their lessons here.
No, I don't think so, mate. I think you just forget it. Just forget about everything you learnt. Just get back in there. Get back out there, soldier, as Jaxi finds a very nice path into the short B bomb site. He's very close to the entrance. He can cause a lot of damage from this position. Nothing happening in the way of Russia. They're on small pistols. They're only good close range. You've got to be very accurate to get anything done. When the BTN flushes out Jerry. Jerry gets away with his life there. And a bit of HP as well. He's on 1 HP. BTN knows he's around there somewhere. He knows he's like a caged rat and trying to escape. Zello locks him in as well. We've got a complete surrounding of the B bomb site, but you know what? They've taken so long that Russia has adapted, and here they come. They're coming to rotate before the bomb's even in the site.
You see that AK player Almaz is just managed to find one, finds two as well, and IGM is the last player left, finds three with the picked up AK and wins out the half for his team. That's a huge play. And there you have it.
They were just forced by.
It's just like, yeah, whatever.
They can't believe it themselves.
Give me AK, I wouldn't win round. And he does.
That's a sick Russian accent.
Anyway, it's not coming out again. But 8-7.
As in,
Russia.
it made me sick. Duh.
Thanks, mate. 8 more rounds away. This pistol is so important. Romania need to pick it up to have a chance, but still, who knows what will happen.
Time is running out for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is here at this grand final. I mean, it would be a shame if it goes 2-0. I mean, unless you're Russian. But we want to see more of this CS, and here we have it. This could be an absolutely pivotal round. It is a pivotal round, no matter which way it goes.
And as you see here, Russian is, Russian does. As they're rushing into the B bomb site. I've waited all my life to use that one. As they jump onto the balcony, and Almeza with a great entry frag. This could be it, man. They've only got 2 players here. Like I said, very hard bomb site to retake. Face crack, long range shot onto IGM as the CTs, they rotate into bullets and just get decimated. And here it comes. Here is the plow that we see. It's just time and time again. They're just relentless. We say it time and time again.
So relentless there, and just going all the way in the fashion of the Russians. They're just rushing on. I mean, I think the bomb was playing for all about 4 seconds before they just shut it down in market there, just peppering away with those Glocks. And now we have the 4 AK set up here. They mean business. They're not leaving anything to chance.
No, this is going to be... if they keep going like this and Romania just keep collapsing like that, who knows what... You know, it's just... I don't know. It's going to be curtains, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm done here. The CZs are just much more powerful weapons.
If the CZ does anything here, I'm just... I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I'm not about this.
So, I mean, they're CZ'd and armored, no utility here, so it should be... it's going to be difficult, right? But they're in those sneaky corners. This is where they can catch them off guard.
Right.
But it's a pretty standard split here right now.
So Russia, they haven't given anything away at this point. Just the smoke coming out into middle, so they allow them to progress through the map, try and get some control, try and get some territory, clear out the crossfires. This area here can be very deadly. Players in the short area or the window just able to get these nice angles where you can't really retaliate until you get ground. You can see Russia just approaching and trying to make up ground. Jaxi very sneaky. He thought he checked it little, but he didn't. And there you go. He gets the kill. You see how he doesn't pounce straight onto that weapon. He knows there could be other players around. But now he's got plenty of time to do so. So Russia, they lose the first player. Never good on an anti-eco to get picked off and not be able to retaliate. Jerry now, here we go. This is better. This is better. He's going to head towards the B balcony, clearing out the site. He can't hear anything. He's looking for audio cues, visual cues. IGM reloads. That's it. That's just what he needed. He's going to bail off out of here. He knows he's got the attention of at least one player, and numerically that's enough for Russia. As Almeza finds this territory into A site. The bomb looks like it's going to plant, but they haven't cleared underneath the balcony, and BTN and Zello capitalize. It's falling to pieces here for Russia. 2 players left. Almeza with everything to do, but he has been amazing this game. Jerry so far away, can't help him. Jaxi's going to recover an AK. Romania, somehow they do it, man. I don't know. Danny.
That's just it. That's just the meta. The CZ is better than AK. I mean, I don't know what you were expecting there. What the 4 AKs against the 5 pistols to win? You're crazy. That's absolutely insane. Now we'll see Russia do the exact same thing, probably based on the way this game is going. A classic museum by an AK for mass, a UMP, an M4, and a CZ coming out to Romania. So right now, I mean,
looks like Romania's been down the shooting range and picked up a set meal. They're trying out one of every gun here on the CT side. And
I mean, Almaz and Face Crack are crazy. I just have to throw this in there. Sorry to interrupt you, but I mean, Deagles, why would you get a Deagle when there's a CZ there? It's cheaper too.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Insane.
I know what you're saying, but the thing's like an AWP for these guys, the way that they use it, it's all about comfort here and using what you're good with, as we see Russia now. 9 rounds to 8, so they've still got the lead, but it's about to get tied up if they're not careful. But like we say, every single time so far this series, the lower weapons being used way more efficiently and getting way better results as Romania open up IGM onto Almeza, the damage dealer for the Russian side so far. as Jaxi gets another, adding to the bank account for Romania.
Yeah, Jerry, they're just trying to dish out a bit of the Romanian medicine to themselves, but Jerry was a bit too keen onto that. Little gets a nice shot onto IGM there to get a little bit of work done, but Rydrex is he's got a little bit of action here to do here at the ban position. Might find an easy frag onto it, but there's still just under 50 seconds left to play here. And this next coming frag is a big one. Tony Black, Rydrex, who will get the pick? Is Tony Black, is he keen onto this? I don't think he's aware of the situation. I don't think he is, and he gets spotted out, and there you have it shut down. And it quickly becomes a 4-on-2 situation there. FaceCrack still with that deagle in hand. Rydrex gets another one, so, I mean, not thinking that it'll hold that line, he gets shut down.
That's the cleanest round we've seen this whole series.
That'll work out for them.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This could be absolutely anyone's game, but now it's 9 apiece. And now it's just going to be that hard pistol buy for the Russians. As once again, Romania need an opportunity to establish this economy because the guns are still wayward.
I was just going to say, like, where are the tactical pauses? Are there tactics? Do we need to talk about them?
Simple tactics.
Maybe this is how we could prevent,
kill everyone.
Getting ecoed.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, not a single one. It's so close. Lots of ample time to find an opportunity, maybe change the pace up a little bit, but they don't like it.
There must be so many ideas flowing through the heads of both teams. Jaxi just not afraid, takes those long range deals. Can he get his gun out in time? And he does. He deals with little, with no resistance. IGM chimes in with one of his own. So here we go. The Romanian team seems to be firing on all cylinders now. 10 rounds, they take the lead. They've had the lead before so far this series, and they've thrown it away. And Russia, I don't think they'll be too phased. It's looking pretty tough for them at the moment, but from what we can see, once they figure out the path to success, they know how to keep on doing it.
Yeah, we'll see what they can come up with. The AK's come out, so finally a decent weapon buy for both teams. Obviously, utility lacking a little bit on Russia, just trying to opt for those AKs instead. And once again, the economy is just super low on them as Romania just start to build something, some presence of money in that account in case they need to fall back on. But it looks like Romania feel a bit more comfortable on the CT side. But once again, they haven't really been faced with the challenge, right?
That's right.
Just been back and forth, so we'll see what they can come up with. But not too many nades, just 2 smokes left for any kind of execute to come through. But it looks like it's a bit of action here.
Is this going to be a fake? I'm not sure. I mean, we haven't seen any sort of strategy from Russia at this point other than get in there and smash, but they're throwing some smokes to bait out any sort of Molotovs, and then they're falling into the palace area to go for their double pump onto the site. But you can see Romania have taken up defensive stances. The whole team's here ready to go. So it's actually going to backfire, but here they come.
Yeah, Jackson eventually to find one, so it's just an absolute lockdown, like you said. It is backfiring there. The trade eventually will come out, but it's a 4-on-1, and they know exactly where he is. Finds a nice flag onto Jaxi. He needs to get that bomb down because the money is fragile, and looks like he will be able to get away with that. They're not going to give away anything too cheaply here, but he actually does a bit of a reset. I think that was a bit of a misclick. He wanted to get that bomb down, but it might not work anyway because Dello gets down in regardless. And if you can find one onto Rydrex, which he doesn't, it could have been real dangerous. IGM was tagged down to 38 health, but I mean, that bomb plant needed to go down, didn't it? That's going to be... Oh, that's just really.
That would have been a huge star play from Almeza if he was to pull that off. A lot for him to ask. He did a lot of damage though, so you can be pretty happy with that. But
that's got to be a mistake.
That strategy just didn't work. So I think they need to look at that and maybe fix it up a little bit. Maybe not do that again, or just go with the initial set of grenades, or just sit back and just come up the A ramp. Because coming out Palace there, it worked. But unfortunately, like I said, Romania, they're just instantly rotating. There hasn't been any precedence of fakes or anything like that. So that's where it can be quite dangerous to think too far ahead.
Yeah, so with Team Flash coming out there, just flashing out his mates, to have a quick peek into mid, but not too much of a presence there at the moment as we do see the split coming through. The bomb is favoring towards that A bomb site, but still lots of time left to play as we see now finally Zelo's going to see if he can do and get anything done with the LVP towards mid. FaceCrack's just rushing straight down through here, and we'll find the M4 of IGM, so it looks like Romania really are finally just locking down. They don't want to have any more of a great shot there from Zelo. And they keep all 5 up, which is all important to the economy. And it looks like they're slowly starting to slide away here, and those pistols aren't as effective as they were earlier in this map. Yeah,
it's really starting to look like Romania has gotten on top of the flow of these pistol rounds. Look at the scores coming out for these guys. 24 kills on Cello, 20 kills on Jaxi, and then 8 and 9 for BTN and Ryder. They're just definitely along for the ride at this point, but it is a team effort. Romania do find themselves in the lead, and as we look at the Russian squad, it's Almeza who's just putting in a lot of work at the moment, and they're not really getting rewarded for it on the T side. Oh, look at this nice trick jumping here from Zello to get this forward position. Could be unexpected, or it could just get cleared out and find himself in no man's land. So again, look at this. I like to see the change up from Romania. You can see there's definitely a map they're pretty comfortable on. Here it comes. The jump comes across from FaceCrack. No trade. This is perfect for Zello. Feels okay to go for another shot. Falls back to a better angle. And now Russia, though, the bomb's still lost way back in the back of the map. Anything that happens here, they can't really capitalize on it.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, it kind of looks like the fact that when they do have those pistols, it's it's that age-old thing where they look better on the T side with their pistols. Like maybe just going out brazen, rushing, getting those sights, taking those
Wow,
aim
that's
kills.
actually really big.
Yeah, it's a big frag there. But I mean, they're just trying to be a bit too methodical, and we haven't really seen anything,
Yeah, that's
anything
right.
at all from them.
Nothing like what we saw from Romania, where it was just get in and go blow for blow and pound for pound. So now we're just seeing Russia, and they're being slow and methodical, but they still get that's where they get undone. They're thinking too much, and Romania are capitalizing.
Oh, there we go once again.
That's a big miss.
Yeah, it's a
This
bit
could
of a
be it.
whip
That could be
there.
back in here.
Definitely the case, but Jax just managed to take him down. Gets traded out though, so still the numbers advantage in favor of the CTs. So Zelmaza finds a nice one onto Rydrex, so it looks like this round is all but done. Russia clawing it back, just as they didn't have too much. A couple of crucial frags coming out to change the tide of this round, and the bomb will go down to that B bomb side.
Almaza is having a great map and a pretty good series to boot. As BTN, I don't know what he's hoping to achieve here. You've got the lead. Maybe you've got the bank, so there's no reason not to risk this weapon. But Russia are stood fast and ready.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, especially it is little who is watching this line towards short, so BTN maybe just trying to get a couple of sneaky exits. He might be able to get something done here, but right now it looks like he'll just be trying to hold on to that M4. And yeah, that final to shot might get a couple of exits here. Managed to find Almaza, might find the second as well. Liddish just going to hold steadfast this line, but gives away the second gun as well. They can't afford to do this really. That's 2 guns given away, and if he finds that third, the quick scope, but gets missed, so he will get rid of that gun. But as you said, a couple of rounds strung together with 5 players up means the economy is not going to be much of a concern. And those guns really just went reeling. They needed to trade that frag out towards ladder room. Nonetheless, they will be able to buy up here. A couple of players will be lacking, so whether they go for the
So
UMP
this could be it. Like I said, this is Russia's opportunity to get back into the lead in this game. If they win this round, then Romania will be on a force buy, and that should be something that they can deal with, although it's a bit of an anomaly so far this match. But if they do that,
P250.
Yeah, he loves it, man. Don't worry about it. That's the thing when you're an AWPer, the P250 is your sidearm, and you live by it or die by it. And at the end of the day, once you get proficient with it, and he could be like just a bomb planter on this map. He doesn't have to do too much. Watch the smokes come in now. They're going to cover off the staircase, the connector area, jungle, and CT spawn maybe as these forward positions will be isolated one by one. So it's really important. If BTN feels it, yeah, he can spam through the smoke. That always happens there. You've got to be real careful. I don't feel like that was a wise decision from FaceCrack. But
They didn't even spray down. They just kind of potted a couple of shots and gave away his position.
He
and
did,
then
yeah.
died.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can't see him, and you've got so many different options to aim at. You've got no pressure coming in from behind him, so it kind of just gives away the strategy. And now you can see Russia, they've got to be pretty wary that the rotate hasn't come in from Romania. You see that player in the middle area just making sure that no one's coming out of short B. And we've got 3 players spread out pretty well on the A site. So now you're down 1 player, you've got 3 smoke grenades, and here they come. So stairs, probably connector, and if they throw one towards CT spawn, they've got to be careful for Zello because he's just going to jump up onto that box. And the smoke can sometimes help them, but BTN is in the sneaky corner. They haven't had to deal with him yet, so I don't think they'll be too keen on checking it. He's not making a point of it. So Almaza now, he's flashed, he's getting shot at, he doesn't know where from. He wants out, he now spots it.
Yeah, so it's now down to these 3 players, but they're just going 1 out at this stage. Finally, Jerry finds a frag for the Russian side, and it looks like
It was just a matter of time
yeah.
before that happened again, wasn't it? And now IGM and the rotate comes in from Jaxi as well,
just
as
look lost,
Ryder
don't they?
was even there from behind to boot. So Russia, you need to be a lot quicker than that. You can't afford to throw your life away at the start of the round either. If you're going to do an execute, you've got to commit to it. Zello, the amount of times he was able just to re-peek there and cause a lot of havoc towards to Russia. I mean, that was a detriment to them. So now you find them on the back foot. They've got no money. They've got no guns. They're just going to be sitting here talking by the looks of it. You can see there's not a whole lot going on. They're just going in. They're going to try and get the bomb down somewhere. As I say that, they literally throw it on the ground.
Maybe just trying to find an opening, do a bit of damage. Maybe nice opportunities. We do see a couple of players just haven't defaulted for anything there. A couple of P250s and a deagle onto base crack. So this should be fairly clinical here. Roger should get sprayed down. He does take a little bit of damage for his efforts, but nonetheless manages to get that all-important frag there as Jaxi is just going to hold on to this position and base crack with that deagle. He's going to get boosted up, but Jaxi might have to be careful here, but clinical stuff from him just gets rid of the situation. That's the deagle down as well. So 3 on 5 and not too much left to play for here. Roger's just cleaning up the rest of the mess, mopping it all up, and that bomb has been left towards that T-spawn. Does get picked up by Tony, but it'd be an absolute miracle if we can get anything done at this stage with that P250 and no armor.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. He's about to get spotted out as well.
Yeah, it doesn't do too much damage there and goes straight up for that high health player.
I like
Jaxi works out in the end.
That safe play from Zello just to keep the AWP alive, keep his economy intact. That's probably the most important thing for Romania now if they want to shut Russia out of this map and take it 1-1 in the series. They're one round away from match point. As we see here, Russia, they're going to buy up.
I'd just like to see a bit more aggression. I mean, I'm just changing it up. The methodical stuff isn't working. You're one outs. You're not finding the entries. Let's just see what happens. Like they did on Train on that T side. It was so dominating, but obviously not quite as confident there here on Mirage.
It does seem that way. Like, you can just see the actual lack of confidence they have in their individual ability sometimes. It's like, it's not even, it's an afterthought. It's not even something where they're saying, let's try this first and see how we go. As we see the execute coming into B, we've got the smoke to cover off the van, the flashes over the top, the Molotov to get Ryder out of position, Zella with a nice crossfire. Oh, he's doing so much work with that ball. He's such a menace. You can see why he's got it instead of Jaxi now, surely.
Yeah, definitely.
And Little now with just a bit of resistance, but not enough. And look at that, Romania. They look a lot calmer than they did last map.
Yeah, I mean, they really have found their home here on the CT side of this Mirage. We do have Cobblestone coming out, which I honestly couldn't tell you how it's going to play out at all at this stage as we see Russia. I mean, they scraped through it before on this last one, but now Romania 15, very, very comfortable. I mean, they haven't really offered too much. If anything, I think Russia might have the best chance here because they might just throw the pudding to the wall there and just go for a bit of a faster play with the smokes coming out towards that outer bomb site. But really, Russia, much left to the imagination. I don't know. I mean, obviously not as difficult on that T side going to Cobblestone, but it really left me a little bit saddened at how uninteresting
You wanted
the T side
like a 15-15 this map, didn't you, really?
Oh, almost definitely.
But I mean, we're getting what we want in the form of a third map anyway. So Romania now, they're going to try and counter-nade off this A execute. This could be what the just what the doctor ordered for Russia. I know they've only got pistols, but look at this. They've isolated the Romanian players. They've made them fall back, but here comes the retake and the rotate. The bomb isn't even planted yet. Bit of a concern. They need better positioning here, Russia. Face crack very forward.
Yeah, just a good bit of running around with the
This is good.
headless jukes though, but the numbers will fall. Zello once again, just being a staple defender. They're also doing some work with the CZ, so everyone has fallen now. That bomb plant went down super late, and there you have it. The map goes to Romania, 16-10, so a nice clinical finish there. Just making sure they don't 1G, but the bomb is already on the defuse with 4 players up. So very solid CT side there from the Romanians to bring it into this all-important third map.
I mean, that's just fitting of the whole run through this tournament, really. They've shown that they're capable of these huge comebacks, and Romania now, they find themselves one apiece in this series. They're back in it. They're not out of it yet, so they can hold their heads high. As Russia is going to have to rethink their game plan heading into Cobble, a map where maybe being strategic will work, but at the same time, it does call for those fast, aggressive maneuvers we saw on Train.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage as well, Romania do have that momentum. That's definitely the case, isn't it? But who knows how this will go down. I mean, there's only one way to find out, and that's if you stay tuned after this break. We have the third and final map here at the IeSF World Championships. It is the 9th time we've gone around this merry-go-round, and we'll see who will take home the crown for Counter-Strike Global Offensive after this break.